Hey everyone, so today I am going to be swatching the new Glamlite Ice Cream Dream Palette. This is my first time trying out Glamlite. I am very excited. As you guys can see, it came in this really pretty box, so if you want to see swatches and my thoughts on the palette, just keep watching. Okay, so now you guys have seen swatches of this gorgeous palette, let's talk about it. Okay, so I'm in love with this palette. Spoiler alert, like oh my god, I can't speak. I have used this palette, I love it. I think this may be, like, one of my top favorites of 2020. Literally, swatching was amazing. Like, I've never had a palette swatch, like, this good. Like, there were, like, no duds. Like, they all swatched well. Like, the only shade that was a little sheer was Mochi, and that's, like, this really pretty pastel pink. Like, I am, like, incredibly pleased with how amazing this formula is, and, like, look at those shimmers! I'm not a big shimmer person, but that green is definitely my favorite. Speaking of the shimmers, I did do some extra swatches of my 3 favorite. I just love these 3. The pink, I'm like meh about, like, because it's pink, but that green and that purple, my lord. Like, look at those, they're so good. My only complaint with this palette is kind of how many browns there are, which obviously probably normal people love that there's some browns in here, but me, I could care less. And also, can we talk about how cookie dough and salted caramel are basically the exact same shade? Like, honestly, like, okay, so cookie dough, salted caramel. Like, salted caramel is like the tiniest bit darker, but on the lid, like, I don't think it'll look any different. Like, I prefer salted caramel because it's more intense, but I don't know, like, that's just kind of like, I don't think we needed 2 shimmers that shade in my opinion, but you know, the palette is sliding. But you get this really huge, really big mirror, which is great. It's a good quality mirror, and it's huge, which is fun. And then you also get, I just spit on my screen, oh my god, I suck today. Hold on, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, okay. I just want to make sure that I wasn't wrong. You do get 30 shades. You get a lot of mattes, you get a lot of shimmers. Like, I think that there's a good variety going on. I mean, the colors are just so pretty. As soon as I saw this palette, I was like, yes. I'm not really someone who keeps packaging because, I mean, I don't have room until I can move out, and even then I won't have room. But this box is cute, and if one of my makeup friends, you know, don't want the box, then I guess I'll probably keep it and put it somewhere. But it is a really pretty box. I just, you know, just like the palette. I'm not gonna lie, shipping to Canada was insanely expensive. I think it's because of the ice cream sort of box it comes in. I think that's why it was so expensive. It was $25 US, which is insane. And if I didn't want this palette so much, I wouldn't have spent that much, but you know, I really wanted this palette, so I did. The browns are fine, like, the formula is great on them. I'm just not a fan. What I am a fan of are the brights, and considering most of this palette is bright shades, I'm a happy camper, honestly. Like, honestly, this palette is so good. Like, I can't really find any complaints other than the brown shades, salted caramel, and cookie dough. Like, besides that, this palette is awesome. It applies really well. I have used this on the eyes, so I can say it applies just as good on the eyes as it does on swatches. It blends beautifully. All the shadows I've used, and I used multiple shadows, and they blended beautifully. I love that there's like an inner corner highlight. I love how many mattes there are. Like, this is just one of the most stunning palettes I own, and I'm so happy I splurged on it. Shipping to Canada was expensive, but I mean, I'm not mad about it. Really, like, when it's this good quality, it's worth it in my opinion. It was so good. Which shade is your guys' favorite from this palette? Mine is definitely Blueberry Cheesecake, Birthday Cake, and then like all the matte colorful shades. Honestly, I love them so much. This may actually be my top palette of 2020. Like, that's how much I love this. It's just so pretty. I also did use the donut palette today. For those of you wondering how it performs on the eyes, the donut palette performs really well. I do plan on doing a review video of the Glamlite palettes I own, so I will do a video reviewing them for you guys. But for now, you can know that I love both palettes very much, and I'm just so happy with the quality. I love the reasoning behind the palettes. Like, the owner, Giselle, like, she is such a kind soul, and the reasoning behind the palettes, if you didn't see the donut video, was because she had problems with eating and bullying, and she thought, you know what, food makeup can be therapy, and you know what, yes. She didn't say that, but, like, that's how I see it. Like, food makeup's cool. Like, I mean, I've never been one to care about food makeup. I always thought it was kind of gimmicky, but now, knowing, like, the thought behind it, I think it's awesome, and I definitely plan on buying more from Glamlite. Like, I'm in love with the formula. Like, I think this may actually trump ColourPop's formula for me, so that's saying something. Like, oh, this palette is just so pretty, you guys. I love it so much, and I'm so excited to use it more. This palette is so good, honestly. So I've used it once already. I used mainly just the mattes. I used mango, excuse my nails, okay, they're a mess. Mango, mint chocolate, honey lavender, pistachio, and bubblegum. I used a bit of Mochi on my lower lash line. I used lemon over top of mango, and then I also used a tiny bit of French vanilla on that inner corner. I also used the donut palette from Glamlite. I used the highlighter in that. I'll show you, like, a ton of different, like, views of the look so you guys can see. This worked so well. The eyeshadows blended beautifully. Like, I didn't have to work at them or anything, and they were fairly pigmented. I personally have issues with the inner corner of my eye. It doesn't like holding eyeshadow very well at all. That's why I usually add shimmer, because anytime I try to use matte, it just does not work. Hence why I use the shade Lemon. Once I took pictures of just the matte look, I did add like gems and stuff. I had a fun time. And I honestly really like this palette. I'm excited to try the, like the shimmers. Like, if you don't know, I am a person who prefers mattes over shimmers. I just don't use shimmers a ton, but I have a feeling that these shimmers are gonna be gorgeous. Like, I am just so excited. I think the next eye look I do, I'm gonna do like a sort of like Halloween look. So I think I'm gonna do like maybe green on the inner corner mixed with like a neon green, and then do like orange all over the lid, and then purple on the lower lash line. I don't know, I've been wanting to do a look like that for a while, so I'm kind of trying to plan. I want to do at least a few like semi-Halloween looks before we get right into freaking winter. I did want to thank you guys again for watching my videos. Your comments mean a lot to me. Whenever I see comments, it just makes my day. Obviously, I've been having a really tough time lately, and while I am in a good mood today, The past week or so has been rough. It's been rough. My pain sort of spread again, so not too thrilled about that. But you know, 'tis life. I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is, and at least I have, you know, supportive family and friends, and no one ever makes me feel like crap about it. The only person who makes me feel like crap about it is me, because my brain is against me. I do kind of want to do, like, some mental health videos in the future, because I think it would be a good, like, sort of therapy for me to talk about it, because obviously I talk about all my issues to my parents and my fiance, but I think it would be good to kind of, like, almost do, like, video diaries of, like, my pain and, like, how I'm feeling and stuff. That way you guys can see even more of a, like, a raw side of me that, you know, isn't filtered. Because, I mean, yeah, obviously sometimes I'm filtered. I try not to be. I try to be as 100% as I can be. But honestly, like, for videos, I don't want to have to be, like, a negative Nancy or, like, I'm gonna tell you my absolute opinion on a product, but if I'm if I'm in pain, I'll tell you, but I try to be as cheerful as possible. But I did just want to thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot. And, like, I can't explain to you how much it means to me to see so many kind comments and, like, sweet words, and that you guys care. It really means a lot, so thank you. The one thing I do not like about the palette is how it's laid out. I wish it was, like, from light to dark. I feel like that would be a little bit easier for me to figure my life out, but besides that, it's a pretty palette. Like, just look at them! Ah! I don't, like, fangirl about makeup often. Well, that's not true. I haven't fangirled in a while, but this, I'm just so excited. And that green! Like, oh. Like, without flash even. Like, look at them. They're so pretty! Literally, I'm like London Tempted. Sparkles! Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe, comment down below any videos you'd like to see me do. Go follow my Instagram, makeup by TashaXO, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.